International Convention Orientation Webinar. Today, 30th April 2017, we are going to conduct the final webinar in this series. I am Sharad, one of the volunteers from the organizing committee of the SPIC MACAY 5th International Convention, going to be happen at IIT Delhi from 5th to 11th June 2017. So I am waiting for the rest of my volunteers. Sahitya is, yeah, okay. Sure. Okay. So yeah, the SPIC MACAY is a society for the promotion of Indian classical music and culture amongst youth. Is a non-political voluntary movement which was started by Dr. Kiran Seth, the professor emeritus at IIT Delhi in 1977. So SPICMAC is working towards enriching the quality of the formal education by increasing the awareness about different aspects of our heritage and culture, which is being embedded into our formal education system. So by this time, some of our followers might see the international convention videos or clippings, or maybe might got some information about the SPICMAC website, about the SPICMAC International Convention from the website. So what we are doing is we are giving exposure to the participants in our international convention through the literature, classical arts, philosophy, and spirituality, which leads to the complete development of the human beings. That's what SPICMAC is doing by promoting the arts, culture, dance, music, folk, and different forms. So one among those thing is the international convention. International conventions are the 5 to 6 day in-house programs. They follow the ashram setup, and these ashram setup usually we choose the higher education institutions like IITs and IIMs, where people get an opportunity to interact with the uh, premier education system of this country, to get an inspiration from the gurus and the artists, those who are developing these art forms as a education system from the ages onwards in the Indian subcontinent. I am just showing one of my slide where the different artists who is going to perform in this international convention. You might already seeing this one. We have Pandit Shivkumar Sharma ji on Santur, and Begum Parveen Sultana ji on doing Hindustani vocal recital, and the Carnatic vocal recital is going to be done by Vidwan T.N. Krishnan ji, and also Vidushi Sudha. And whereas we have Ustad Shahid Parvez ji on sitar, and Bharatanatyam performance by Vidushi Almer Wali, vocal recital by Pandit Ullas Kashelkar ji and Pandit Venkatesh Kumar ji. So these are the few artists, those who are going to perform in this fifth international convention going to be happen at IIT Delhi. And there are many number of artists, around 40 to 50 in the number. Everybody is very renowned and eminent artists in their respective art forms, which includes not just the classical music and classical dance, but also the meditation, yoga, and different craft forms like what we call calligraphy and block printing. So different kind of art forms, which are the intangible heritage of this nation, is being introduced to the participants. And these art forms is being into the uh, intensives. Um, so one among them is in the form of the intensives, because intensives are the actual uh, place where you are going to learn or you are going to expose towards these art forms. So among these ones, you are seeing that there is a Hindustani vocal you are going to practice, and the Drupad will also be there, and the Carnatic vocal, Kuriyatam, and meditation intensives is also there. And whereas some other northeast dance forms of Satriya, Pungcholam, and from Kerala, Mohiniyattam, then Kathak, Bharatanatyam, photography, and Odissi, Kuchipudi, and these kind of different art forms are being introduced, and you are going to experience these intensives, these art forms in the intensives section. So then you may have a question that how the entire schedule is being prepared. So what you are going to do in a typical day in the international convention. So I am coming to those details. This is the typical day schedule in the international convention, except the last day where you are going to perform whatever the art form you learned, and you are going to experience the overnight music concert in the last day. Except the last day, for the rest of the 4 days, this is the schedule you are going to follow. So in this schedule, you have to wake up in the morning, early morning, 3:30 a.m. Because if you can wake up at 3:30 a.m., you will have that energy and that potential to actively take up all the sessions for the rest of the day. Please remember, this schedule is very tightly packed, so you have to follow each and every schedule without skipping the time schedule. So you should be on time for each and every program and each and every module that what you are going to participate. So just keep in mind that we are going to wake up at 3:30 a.m. For 30 minutes, you will get fresh up, and then from morning 4 to 7 a.m. we have the morning intensives. This morning intensive is mostly a yoga session, hatha yoga, whereas nada yoga, meditation, so mindful meditation. These kind of sessions will be there. And then for 15 minutes after 7 o'clock, we have Shamadan. We keep our premises clean and neat because we are being hosted by the IIT Delhi. So they are giving their campus for our international convention, and we are going to hand over the campus in a very much clean and neat way than what they offered. That's what we are going to give to them. So this is the way we are going to plan the things. So after 7:15 up to 9 o'clock. So it's roughly more than 1 hour time you are going to get. That is your personal time and including the breakfast time. So immediately after the morning intensives, you have to rush back to your rooms. You have to get fresh up, and then you have to go for the breakfast. Finish the breakfast well in the time, and by 9 o'clock, you have to reach to your intensives. These intensive sessions are the learning of the art forms is located at different classrooms in different buildings of the IIT Delhi. So you need to walk back to those places. Otherwise, you don't have any transportation, because if everybody is rushing at the same time, all the time, you may not get a local transport. So just be prepared. You have to start a little earlier than 9 o'clock after the breakfast. So that by 9 o'clock, you should be there in the intensive classrooms. So your respective gurus will come, and they will start the session in a proper, appropriate way. Otherwise, it will be a very chaotic situation if you keep on coming and your gurus has to start the session again for you. So which is a disturbing thing. So please keep it. Please be taken care that you should be on time for the morning intensives. Then this morning intensives is from 9 to 12. in the morning. Then from 12:15 to 1 o'clock, you have lunch. You have to come back to the same mess hall where you had your breakfast and you are going to get your lunch. It's a simple, nutritious vegetarian lunch. Please stick on to this kind of sattvic food, because this sattvic food will keep you energetic and active throughout the day. And because the summer is very hot in IIT Delhi, going in the city of the Delhi, that is what we are going to expect, that it reaches above 40 degrees in temperature. So just be prepared for that kind of food, and always keep a water bottle with you during the entire day, so that you don't feel dehydrated. Then after the lunch is over, from 1 to 1:45, so around 45 minutes, you have yoga nidra session. This yoga nidra session is being organized in the auditorium where you are going to have the afternoon programs. So in the same auditorium, you are going to experience the yoga nidra that will make you relax immediately. You won't feel any stress, any anxious, or any exhausted feeling. Immediately after the yoga nidra session, you will rejuvenate your energy cycles. So once the yoga nidra is over, then from morning 2 to then afternoon 2 to 5 p.m., we have afternoon programs. These afternoon programs is comprises of some punctualam kind of dance performances, folk dance performances. Otherwise, we have some cinema classics, theater. These kind of performances are scheduled in the afternoon session. Then after the afternoon session, from evening 5 to 6 p.m., we have dinner. Because from ancient times onwards, the saints and the eminent people is adopted a habit of taking the food before the sunset. Because the entire rhythm, the rhythm of the life on the earth, is connected with the circadian rhythms of the entire planet. That's what the movement of the sun, we our biological system and biological clock is stimulated. That's why the entire living organism, not only the human beings, the animals, plants, and everybody used to take the food before the sunset. Then they will slowly go into the meditative state when the sun is going down, sunsetting. So this is the natural process that what we are going to absorb. That's why we schedule the dinner in the evening 5 to 6 p.m. Then from 6 to 9:45 p.m. we have evening programs. So the evening programs is mostly music and dance, like Santur recital, Bharatanatyam. So these kind of dance performances and music performances will be there from evening 6 to 9:45. Then by 10 o'clock, you must switch off the lights and you have to go to the bed. Because by 10 p.m., if you are not able to go into the bed, then it will be very much difficult to go back to get up at early morning 3:30 the next day. Because this is the enough time that what we are going to get, the more than 5.5 hours sleep. But if you are not properly going to utilize this time schedule, then you will feel that you are tired and exhausted. But if you sleep it properly, your body is perfectly awakened and it can actively engage and get the benefits of this convention, and also the art forms and the beauty of our culture and heritage in a perfect way. So please remember, by 10 p.m. We are going to sleep, and in the morning 3:30 a.m. we are going to wake up. So this is the schedule for the first 4 days. Then the fifth day is the final day, where in the morning session everything is same, but during the intensives, that is 9 to 12 a.m., where you are going to perform your art forms. Then you have lunch, and after that again you have yoga nidra and afternoon performances. Then in the evening after the dinner, you have the overnight music concert. So that's one of the very beautiful moment where the programs are started late in the night, means around 8 to 9 p.m. Then it goes the overnight, and then people, those who actually actively involved in this process, is going to get the best of the art forms effect, the beauty of the art forms, in the early morning. That's what we call it as catching the golden bird. That happens in the early morning of 3:30 or 4 o'clock time. So at the time, people will just awaken their inner beauty, the beauty of the art forms and the beauty of the human beings. So this is what the entire schedule or the convention is planned. So, and this schedule is available on the website also very soon. So you may go through those details in the international convention page. And most of you, we expect that you are already getting the confirmation emails. Some of you, if you are not going to get the confirmation emails, very soon, within 1 or 2 days, you are going to get it. Okay, for the selected candidates, the selected candidates who are recommended by your local chapters is going to get your confirmation emails within 1 or 2 days, everybody. So you may, if you have any doubts or queries, you may just post in the YouTube channel where me and Sahitya are there to post to answer your queries. Okay, so yeah, so these are some of the rules and regulations to be followed in the convention, because as more than roughly 2,000 participants are going to attend this convention. Because of that, we have to follow certain rules and regulations that will make the entire process smooth, and everybody will going to get the benefits out of it. So the very important and the most critical thing that we mentioned it in the red lines with the underlining is use of mobile phones, camera, and any other electronic gadgets like your iPad or whatever. They are not allowed. It's strictly prohibited in the convention. In case if you bought any of your mobile camera phones or something, at the registration desk during the first day after registration, and end of the convention you can take them back. But during the convention, if you are using that, it will be confiscated by our volunteers and it will be returned at the end of the day. So please keep it in your mind. Detach yourself from the external chaotic environment. Be focused and be present in the convention and with the art forms, with the movement. Then you will get that benefit 100%. So please cooperate on this aspect. And also only the participants confirmed by the IIT Delhi and SPIC MACAY will be provided the boarding and lodging, because we have very limited logistics the resources. That's why the participants who wants to participate in the convention are must confined by the IIT Delhi organizing committee and as well as the SPIC MACAY. So those who are not getting the confirmation by these committees is not able to get the boarding and lodging things. So you may attend in the evening convention programs. That's always welcome. But for the rest of the convention and the boarding and lodging things, one need to get a confirmation email from the IIT Delhi organizing committee. Without the confirmation email, IIT Delhi organizing committee is not able to provide the accommodation. So please make a note of it. Then the registrations will be confirmed only after the delegates sent their travel tickets and submitting the undertaking regarding the rules and regulations of the conventions. The current rules and regulations, so that whatever I am mentioning, and also we are asking the travel tickets of the participants, because once the travel tickets is confirmed, then only your participation can be confirmed. Otherwise, if you are in the last moment, you are not able to get your travel confirmation, then the seat is become waste, because some other person who can get the travel confirmation can join in the convention. So please make sure that get your travel confirmed well in the time, and please send that tickets to us. Okay, then the participant must at all times wear the badges during the convention. It makes our job easy, and it makes you to confuse less. So you can be properly directed with the volunteers, And the volunteers of IIT Delhi and the SPIC MACAY are doing a Nishkam Seva, and most of them are students, those who are studying their respective courses. So please cooperate with them, and if you wear your badge, they can immediately notice you and guide you properly to respective intensives and respective auditorium and all those. And the rooms will be allocated on the sharing basis because we are going to take the IIT Delhi hostels for our accommodation. So the rooms we are going to share. This is non-AC rooms. So you be prepared for sharing the room with one of your fellow participants. Yeah. Then the only vegetarian holistic food, which I mentioned that during the schedule, that can be provided during the convention. All outside food items like junk food, which is called as snacks or biscuits or chips or whatever, please try to avoid them. They are going to consume you a lot of energy, and they are going to release some free radicals, which is not at all good, and will make you feel too much tired and exhausted. So please avoid that kind of food. Take healthy food. And the participants will be required to wake up at 3:30 a.m. for morning yoga and morning intensives. Because this is why we are mentioning again is, if you wake up at 3:30 a.m. Without any delay, then we can do the entire session very perfectly and very actively. So please keep it in mind that waking up at 3:30 will make your entire participation in this convention very smooth and very effective. And all the events are mandatory to be attended by all the participants. Participants must report to the respective venues for all the events on time. So please don't try to stay back in the rooms. Of course, you are not allowed to stay in the rooms anyway. Um, and also, please don't try to skip any of the events. If you skip any of the events in the auditorium, the doors will be closed once the program has been started. The doors will be opened only the program is ended. So during that time, you will not able to enter into the auditorium, and you are going to miss the beauty of that concerned art form. And each art form, each performance is once in a lifetime experience. So don't miss any of the art forms. Please be on time so that you can follow each and every program very calm and smooth way. And also try to be in your group. Means if you came with your school or with your college or maybe with your state. So try to be with your state group or with your college group or the school group, so that it will be very much easier for you to move on time. So if you are alone, if you are moving with one or two friends, and then it will be a little difficult for you to catch up the schedule. So try to be in your group and follow the schedule. Then all this schedule and everything is displayed in the IIT Delhi, and as well as it will be given to you in the registration kit, and the registration desk also is available. So just stick to the schedule. Okay. Then leaving the IIT campus, meeting the visitors during the convention in the IIT campus or outside the IIT campus is strictly not allowed, because as we initially mentioned that we are disconnecting from the chaotic situations of the outside world. We are trying to focus ourselves towards the inner beauty and the intangible beauty of this subcontinent. So in view of that, please ensure that don't leave the IIT campus, and also it's not allowed, and don't engage the visitors during the convention. In case any of your friends or relatives wants to attend the evening program, you may ask them to attend the evening programs, but the rest of the session you are not requested, you are not allowed to move outside the IIT campus. The visitors is not allowed to come inside the IIT campus. So please make a note of it. And apart of this, if you have any queries and questions about what are the facilities is available, what are the things you have to brought with yourself, is that might be some of the concerns. So one thing is, some of the participants in the previous webinars asked us about the medical facilities. Yes, we have a primary medical health center in IIT Delhi campus itself. in case if you have any minor problems, so like if you are not able to adjust with the environment, or maybe you need some primary medication, then you don't need to worry about that. Speak Mac volunteers will always be there, and they will give you the enough medical aspect also. And the other rest of the things is the participants must carry a pillow cover and two bed sheets and one thick sheet, a mat for doing the morning yoga. Beds and cots are being provided in the rooms, but for a hygienic purpose, we are advising you to keep a pillow cover and two bed sheets. Okay. Then we would recommend the participants to bring a bottle of water with you. So keep a bottle of water with you all the time, either from morning to evening, so that you can you don't need to move here and there for every moment, because it's a very hot summer. So it's very natural that everybody feel thirsty. If you keep your water bottle with you, and don't throw away the water bottle. You can use the water bottle for the entire 5 days, and so you can minimize the wastage and you can minimize the usage of the plastic. Okay. Then bring your own personal care kit. Yes, of course, whatever you want and whatever you keep comfortable with you. Umbrella or raincoat. If you feel it is too sunny, maybe sometimes we get a unexpected rains in the middle of the summer, and that's there. So repellent, if you are comfortable with that, because sometimes mosquitoes might be there and you may not able to sleep properly in the night. So that will affect in your next day's session. To avoid those things, just keep your personal care kit, umbrella, raincoat, mosquito repellent, etc. things. And also we have few more queries about the dressing. Yes, you can have your own traditional dresses, maybe whatever the dress you are comfortable. Just ensure that you have a dignified and decent clothing. Is recommending. Apart of that, we don't have any restrictions on any kind of clothing that you are going to wear and all that. Um, Wear your clothes in a dignified and decent way. That's what SPIC MACAY is expecting. If you wear your traditional clothing, that's really good. And if you are habituated with pants and shirts also, we don't have any problem. But wear in a appropriate manner. Okay. Then also keep a steel glass or a tumbler with you, so that that can be used while you are having some drink in the mess, like having some milk or the other things. So that can be with you yourself, and we can use the usage of the plastics very minimal. So these are the few concerns from our side, and know more about SPIC, you can type "discover yourself" in the YouTube. In the YouTube, you can see "discover yourself" and you can see how beautifully this movement is evolved, and how the volunteers is going to involve in that one, and what we are going to get out of SPIC. It's not just about learning the art form; it's about experiencing the beauty of the entire human life. Discover yourself is going to tell you. And then Anubhuti, the in and outs of the SPIC MACAY and how the artists are engaged with SPIC MACAY and colleges, students, over a three for the this is the 40th year of the SPIC MACAY. I'm happy to convey it to you. 40th year of SPIC MACAY, almost to 4 decades, 3 to 4 generations has been experienced with SPIC MACAY. So their thoughts, their moments, their feelings, everything that they are conveyed in the Anubhuti video. So you can check it in the YouTube for the Anubhuti. Some previous convention videos, where the Karnataka State Convention video is available, IIT Bombay Convention video is also available. So these kind of videos, you can get some idea how the convention is going to be happen. Programs like Gurukula Anubhav Scholarship and state conventions, these kind of programs also SPIC MACAY is organizing. Some of the activities, this is some of the information about the SPIC MACAY 5th International Convention. So by this token, time already we sent the confirmation email to most of the participants, selected participants, and if some of the selected participants is still is not getting the confirmation email, they are going to get in 1 or 2 days. And apart of that, if you have any other questions and queries, you may please write to us to our volunteers. Here I mentioned the email IDs of sahityarajagopal at gmail.com, or myself, sarathchandra at spicmacay.com. So these are the contact details. You may reach us anytime for any kind of queries. And also one more thing is the last day, the 11th day, 11th of June, we have a Heritage Walk. So the Heritage Walk is scheduled two different ways. One Heritage Walk is you will be taken to the nearest place where you can see some historical significant place, some heritage point. The one walk will be over in the afternoon of the 11th June. The other will over in the evening around 6, 7 at that time. So by the 5 we are trying to over the heritage walk, but just keep it the time around 6 o'clock. Plan your return journey in such a way that you may leave the campus of IIT Delhi on the 11th night itself, 11th evening. If you planned for the morning heritage walk, which is going to be over by 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, then you can leave in the evening 5 o'clock train or flight. If you attending the other heritage walk, then that can be over evening at around at 5 to 6 o'clock. So those people can leave after you taking your baggage and everything around in the night 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, whatever time is convenient to you. Make your travel arrangements in such a way that you can reach the IIT campus from the 5th morning onwards. So 5th morning onwards, anytime you can reach, and
तेरी पैसे की फाइल
Sahit, you want to convey something?
अरे पैसे सीधे
Sahitya? Okay, yeah, not a problem. Sahitya would like to answer your queries in the comments, in the email that what we are showing it in the presentation. You may please write to us, and then for any queries and whatever, you can get the reply from us. And so that's the information from our side. You may come back to this link anytime, and you can watch this video. This video is available on the YouTube. Check these details, and you can write to us. You can communicate with us also. Yeah. Thank you everybody for joining in the session. Um, okay. I'm going to sign off now, and we are very much eagerly waiting to watch you, meet you in the international convention, and hope everything will be fine. Okay. The organizing committee, I am Sharat, and Sahitya is there in today's session, and we had Jay Sharma in our team, and Nirja Sharinji, and the rest of the entire SPIC MACAY team behind us. And Harsh Jainji is also with us in the previous sessions. So this is it from our side, and please reach us at any time if you want any further information.